guys, welcome back to my channel, Silly for Two. It's Sonia here, and I'm back. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do this. I need to find like a cool introduction, so you know that I'm like a cool person. That's like my ultimate goal. But don't mind my voice. I was a bit sick. Feel a lot better now. Today's video is about the ancient Chinese technique of facial massaging called Gua Sha. And I will be using the same tool from two different brands, kind of just to compare them to you, because they're a bit, compare them for you, because they're quite a bit of a difference. Oh, it's my lion. Sorry, getting distracted by things that don't matter. So I wanted to compare them just because there's quite a bit of a difference in terms of prices. So I thought, and they also look quite different. So I'll be using this one, which I bought off of Amazon, which came with a jade roller. So it was like one package, and I think it was like around 12-13 pounds. I'm going to leave a link to something that's similar. It might not be exactly the one that I bought, but there are like a lot of different combinations and types, and you can just buy the Gua Sha by itself out there on Amazon. And then I'll be using the one from a Korean skincare brand. I'm really bad at this. Called Hayo'u. I'm really not pronouncing this right, but yeah, as you can see, you know, it comes in a nice packaging with this nice little pouch, and it's this big, so you can see already the difference. It's quite a big difference between the two, but when doing the technique, I'm gonna see if there's actually a big difference, if I would recommend buying this instead of this one, or if it really doesn't matter. Yeah, and I think one of the reasons I wanted to introduce to you facial massaging is because I think it's a really nice self-care ritual. I'll put this back here, you know, a bit of advertisement, although it's not being paid for. Well, you know, why not? So I think facial massaging, whether it's Gua Sha, or you do it with your hands, or you use a jade roller, or you even want to do microneedling at home, I think it's a really nice way of taking care of yourself. I think it's a bit like changing your lifestyle in a sense. I think facial massaging is one of those things that you won't really see an instant result after you've done it, but it's more about something that you would implement in your routine just to kind of keep that freshness and glow going. I'm pretty sure I look really dull right now because I just came out of the shower. I have a completely clean face, and I think because I was a bit sick, I probably look a bit meh. But I'm going to change that. Yeah, and then we'll just see how it goes. I think I would probably recommend doing it 2-3 times a week, where I'm not doing it 2-3 times a week. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. I don't have the time. I think it's something I would probably do more on like a weekly basis. Jade rolling is something that I love doing in the morning because I feel like it kind of helps wake up my eyes. And I think Gua Sha is something that you kind of need to take a minute to actually know how to do it, and then also to, you know, sit down and not just, because with jade rolling it's like, and you're done. And with Gua Sha, it's also, I'm not saying that it's very complicated, it's not at all, but I think for me it's something that I would do more on like a weekly basis, twice weekly, as opposed to doing it every other day or almost every day. But it's completely up to you. It doesn't take long. It literally takes like 5 minutes. So all of me talking about it is actually a lot of nonsense. But you know, why not? I think it's a really good way of implementing it into your beauty routine, and I love doing it. And I love the way it makes me feel, and I think that's really important. Most of the things that I do, and when it comes to beauty or fashion or working out, you know, all of these things, I do it because they make me feel good. I don't do it because I want to look a certain way. I mean, when it comes to makeup, obviously, I want to create a certain look, but I'm not trying to hide anything on my face unless I have like a giant pimple. I think I have something here, you know, but it happens. But like, I'm not trying to recreate a new face, because you know, I'm fairly content with what I have, and I just like to accentuate what I have, and just use it as a tool to play around and have fun with it. So first of all, the benefits of Gua Sha. First and foremost, it has a lot to do with lymph drainage. So if you've never heard about it, your lymph nodes are all over your body, and they kind of help keep you healthy, and they help flush out toxins. So let's get started. So I will be using each one of these on one side of my face, so I can compare and see how they feel and how easy they are to use, and if there's any difference. You need to use any form of moisturizer on your face and something that is a bit oily. So if you have an oil at hand, that's perfect. You can use coconut oil if you're not really someone who uses a lot of facial oils, but you want something where these tools can glide along your face. You don't want to do it on a dry face because it just doesn't feel nice, and it's also because it's a massage and you want something that glides, you know. So I will be using the Hayo'u facial oil. I just happen to have it, so I'm just going to use it with it. There are loads of other oils that you can use. Obviously, any oil will do. As I said, you can even use your coconut oil that you cook with. It's all the same thing pretty much. Maybe I shouldn't say that because I love all the different oils and I think they all have different benefits. But I think you know what I mean, hopefully. And if you don't, leave a comment and I'll explain. So I'm just gonna use maybe like a few more. You can see it dripping down my face, which usually I wouldn't use as many, and just distribute it over my face. This oil is very rich, which is amazing and perfect for using it for the massaging technique. It's not something I would wear on a daily basis or wear out even, not at all. I think it's too much. It's mainly something I would do to use it as a base of like facial massaging, or maybe before I go to sleep, so I have something that's really hydrating and moisturizing and leaves my skin really nourished. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by using this one on the right side of my face. And what you want to do is work your way from bottom to top. So you kind of start from the bottom, get those toxins going, and then work your way up slowly. And all you do really is use this edge of the tool, place it underneath your jawline, and then just stroke it down. Just like that. It's super easy. Stroke it, stroke it, stroke it. And you do want to put a bit of pressure on it. You don't just want to, just drag it. You want to put a bit of pressure on it. And then you do the same thing with this part of the tool across your face from the center to the outer edge. And then you want to use the end bit of the tool to point in this bit just above your cheekbone here, just above, like my cheekbone ends here, like I can feel it coming out here, And then above there, if you put a bit of pressure on it with your finger, you can feel, if you can't feel anything, it's even better. But if you're a bit tense and if you know that your jaw is quite tense, I know that I have quite a tense jaw, so for me this is perfect in kind of releasing a bit more tension. So you want to use this edge to, when you stroke from the center to the side bit, and then just push it in here a bit. It actually hurts, like for me it actually hurts, but it feels good after, and that's the whole point, right? So you just go from the center to the outer edge, push it in, push it in, push it in. And then again, you want to use this, the long edge of the tool, to stroke from bottom to top on your forehead. And just do small, short strokes. And you kind of want your face to be a bit red, because that means your circulation is going, and I can actually feel a bit that, like, I can actually feel that side of my face already a bit. Yeah, and that's it. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this little fella here, and just kind of see how it feels. Again, you stroke from top to bottom on your neck first, and just stroke it down, stroke it down, stroke it down. Quite a bit of pressure, and then you use the same edge again and use the pointy bit, the side of your face. Yeah, with this one I can already feel, whereas with the bigger one I can kind of reach across the whole of my cheek. Whereas with this one I feel like I kind of have to go at the bottom bit and then do the top bit where I can push into the side here. But it's not really a big deal, you know. And then you do the same for your forehead. It's just that it's a bit smaller and you have less space. You have less to work with, and it can be a good thing, can be a bad thing. I don't think it's like a bad thing in terms of saying, oh no, you shouldn't buy this at all, buy the expensive thing, because especially if you haven't tried it before, it might be worth buying something that's a bit cheaper. And especially if you want a jade roller as well, you have both at the same time. But I think for someone who really loves doing this, like I do, the bigger one is a lot more beneficial, and it does make a difference that it's bigger, and it just also feels a lot nicer, like it's a lot bigger and heavier, and it really feels good in my hand, and I can properly use it. Like with this one, I almost feel like I could potentially break it. Not that I'm trying to, but I feel like if this falls, it's gonna break. And I've had it happen to me with the jade roller before, so that really sucks. And then what I forgot to do with this one as well, you can use those bits to kind of activate more pressure points around your face. So you use it here and then here as well, and you can just go back and forth a bit. And then I'm just gonna do the same with this bit, this one, and then go here. That's it already. You see, it's really easy to do. You don't have to know a lot about it. I think that there's a lot more things you can do with it. So it's not just these 3-4 steps. So you can do more if you want to, if you feel like it. You obviously don't have to. But if you do your research a bit and read into it a bit, you can see that there's a lot more different things you can do. So it's not just that, not just the things that I've shown you. And yeah. And as I said, I would recommend this one for someone who knows that they're really into their beauty routine and that they love implementing it in their daily, weekly routine. And this for someone who's just kind of going with the vibes and just want to see how it is and try it out. as opposed to someone that is really into it. I think it's just not big enough, that's all. But it still does the job. Maybe I would use this when I go traveling, just have it, because I think then if I take like one or two more tools, it's just gonna be too much. And then if it's a bit smaller, it's a bit more handy. So I think it's always good to have. Yeah, and that's it. I hope I look a bit more refreshed. I really like doing it to my face. I like the way it makes me feel. I like the way it makes me look. I feel like my face is waking up a bit more, and it's kind of what I want when I apply my makeup, so I look a bit more awake. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to hear any thoughts you have, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye!